Good morning, Breakfast Clubbers. I'm here in Leeds today. I'm in the centre of Roundhay Park to be exact. And I'm taking a look at this place just behind me. It's the Lakeside Café. I've heard they serve up a good full English breakfast, so we're going to check it out. Let's go. Yes, today I'm in Roundhay Park in Leeds, specifically at the Lakeside Café, and yes, we're here to check out their full English breakfast. It's just after opening time on another very autumnal Saturday morning, so the large cafe is still quiet. We're in another park run location though this week, so as time passes by, the place starts to fill with those just finishing up this week's 5k run. Aside the veggie option, only one size choice when it comes to the full English, which consists of bacon, sausage, mushrooms, tomato, black pudding, baked beans, eggs with a choice of being fried, scrambled or poached. I've opted for poached, and white toast over brown. All this priced at £13.50. There are options to add extras, and hash browns are not on the plate as standard, so I've decided to add on for an extra cost of £1.20. Drinks are extra too, and I've opted for a pot of English tea, priced at £3.20. So with the place starting to fill up and the background noise rising, our breakfast arrives, and it's time to tuck in.
Full English. Would you like any condiments with this or anything?
No, fine, thank you.
Amazing, enjoy.
That's great, cheers. As soon as the plate arrives, my eyes go straight to that teacup full of beans. It's a new one on me, and a nice change from your average ramekins. However, it does kind of overshadow the other items on the plate, and perhaps takes up more space than it should on what is already not a very big plate. While some items could have been placed and presented a little better, toast in triangles maybe, it's a neat, clean showing overall. Score, 7 out of 10. Right, onto the tomato. We've got a small to medium half-grilled tomato here, and it's the top half on our plate today. Not often you see them cut this way, but okay, we'll go with it. As usual, it's retained a good heat, not overly watery, but still quite juicy. It's lightly seared on the grill with a good seasoning on the open side. Score, 7 out of 10. Next up, the mushroom. It's a large single flat cap mushroom, cooked well and still plenty of heat left by the time I get round to it. It's thick and chunky, not overly watery when cutting in. Overall, a very enjoyable mushroom. Score, 8 out of 10. Onwards to the hash brown, and just a standard hash brown. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. It's a little on the thin side, a decent crisp to the exterior with a tasty filling. This single hash brown did come at an extra cost of £1.20. I'll not let that affect the scoring right now, as I will cover that off later on when it comes to evaluating the overall value for money of the breakfast. Score, 5 out of 10. Let's see how the toast stacks up. We've got a single slice of top quality and very fresh thick white bread. Nicely toasted with lashings of butter added. There's a delicate slightly salted taste which as usual pairs well with our egg yolk. Score 9 out of 10. And now the eggs, or should I say egg. Just a single poached egg here. I'll point out that the menu did say eggs, plural, so needless to say I'm a little disappointed at only receiving one on the plate. However, the one we do have is nice enough. A little vinegar in the pan has ensured that firm, matte looking white. Cutting in exposes that soft golden yolk, ready for us to get our dipping delight started. Score 8 out of 10. Time for the bacon now. We've got 2 rashers of really thick meaty bacon here. They've been cooked really well with a good marbling to the limit of fatty edges and a perfect crisp on them. Cutting in, the meat is moist, certainly not dried out, and there's a touch of smokiness to the salty bacon flavour. Another showing of what seems to be some very good top quality bacon. Score 10 out of 10. Now then, it's time to release the beans. A rather large portion of beans now, brought to us uniquely in a teacup rather than usual ramekin. Of course, that's helped them retain the good heat. There's plenty of rich, thick sauce. Flavour-wise, there's that usual sweetness, coupled with the fibrous texture. Score 8 out of 10. Okay, let's talk sausage. Just a single smallish looking sausage here, a good colouring to the skin. Cutting in reveals a soft, juicy, meat-filled interior. When pressed, you can just see the juices pop out. On tasting, the flavour is impressive. Nothing fragrant about this, just a really strong pork flavour with some subtle and mild herbs. In short, it may be small, but it's thick, juicy and packed with flavour. Easily one of the best I've had all year.
That's what she said.
Score 10 out of 10. Moving on to the black pudding now, and it's a really good thick piece of black pudding to finish off with. There's an even cook on both sides. The inside on cutting through is soft and crumbly, although a little drier than we've seen of late. Takes nothing away from that awesome rich savoury flavour that's synonymous with top quality black pudding. It pairs well this week with that sweetness from the beans. Score 9 out of 10. Now let's talk value for money. Now when it comes to customer reviews on this place, it seems to be a bit of a mixed bag of ratings, and quite a few mention poor quality food and overinflated prices. On today's showing, I certainly can't make any complaints about the quality of food overall. However, there does well appear to be some truth in the reviews mentioning the overinflated prices. Obviously, yes, the location is going to come with some high overheads. There's also going to be a seasonal effect here, with it being in the centre of a large park and away from the high street footfall. But does that really warrant charging those upmarket high street prices and only giving him what my opinion is half the portion size? Our breakfast base has a £13.50 price tag, and saying nothing about the half tomato, I'd at least be fully expecting one more sausage, one more slice of toast, and that menu's promise of more than one egg to be served up. Then, if you want to add a single hash brown, of which the quality of said hash brown is debatable, you're looking at increasing the cost now to £14.70. Yes, £1.20 for a single hash brown. Something just doesn't ring right here, and although I thoroughly enjoyed this breakfast, there's not one bad item on there. I couldn't possibly and honestly say that I believe this is good value for money at all. Score 2 out of 10. Let's go over the missing items now then, and no fried bread today, so that's just a single penalty point deduction as usual. Let's tally up those points now, and after chucking those scores into our number cruncher, the Lakeside Café comes out with a total of 82 points out of a maximum of 110. And converting that into a percentage, today's final Breakfast Club score is 74.5%, placing them right in the middle of our good rating bracket. And looking at Leaderboard now, and unfortunately that score does not see them taking up a place in our top 10. So whilst an altogether perfectly enjoyable breakfast, it is just that overall price tag which sees them falling short here today, which is a real shame, as I would happily go back with the wife and kids to this picturesque cafe and park. I just need to take out a bit of a bank loan first to be able to do so. So if you've enjoyed this video and you like what we're doing, the best way to support us is to like, share and subscribe. It's free to do and really helps the channel grow. And as always, may your bacon be sizzling, your fried bread golden and your yolks runny. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out one of our other reviews showing on screen right now. So that was my breakfast here at the Lakeside Café this morning in Roundhay Park. What do you think of that one? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.